Hi, and welcome to another VisibleThread video guide. In today's demonstration, we'll show how you can set up a number of risk keywords in Excel, how you can import those into VisibleThread for docs using a CSV import facility, and how you can really quickly test against a number of docs so that you can analyze hundreds of pages in minutes. We'll then finish out by showing how you can generate quick PDF reports for sharing among your team. Most of our customers who get great benefit from this capability are in the compliance space and also in the proposal development space, where risk is critical for effective program delivery. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we'll start our demonstration by actually showing you Excel. A quite normal scenario for our customers is that people on the proposal team or on the compliance team will create lists, and they'll do that typically in a comma-separated format within Excel. Here's an example of a list. In this case, this particular customer is looking to flag things like CF4, code of conduct, etc. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add to this list, and then I'll import it into VisibleThread for Docs. Let me just add an initial term, and I'll call this bond. What this is saying to the tool is I will want to search for the word bond in the context of a solicitation. I'll categorize that, and I'll categorize that as a general consideration. Maybe I also want to look at a second item. In many cases, it's very important that we check for conflict of interest. So I'm going to put in the phrase conflict of interest. And again, I'm looking for that as well. Again, I'll categorize it as general. And finally, I'd like to check to see if there's any reference to damages, because damages for us would be a very important consideration that help us assess risk in terms of program delivery, and also whether or not we choose to bid or no bid the proposal. So again, I'll categorize that as general. Once I'm done with that, what I'll do is I'll save this Excel spreadsheet as a comma-separated format file. I click the file area on the top left. I then click Save As. And then it's the usual procedure, making sure that the type is set to comma-separated. Call the file Compliance V1 and hit Save. In this case, you'll get this prompt. Go ahead and hit Yes, and you're done. Okay, so now we're ready to import the dictionary into VisibleThread. The view that you're currently looking at is the fairly normal view showing a folder, in this case solicitations, with 6 documents in it. The area we want to focus on is the bottom left. It's called Dictionaries. I click on that, and that brings me to a different view showing a list of previously defined dictionaries already in my environment. What I'm now going to do is create a fresh new dictionary. I click New, I click Concept Dictionary. I call the dictionary Compliance Checker, and I'll just stick a 1 against it because I anticipate I may want to create a second version of this. Once I create that, we'll have an empty dictionary that we can now take the terms in from the CSV file. The button I'm interested in is Import Terms from Text File. I click on that. I choose the file. This is Compliance V1. This is the file that we just worked on a moment ago. And then I click Import. Okay, so now we're ready to apply this concept list to our folder containing documents. To do so, we click on the top left, the folder area. In this case, we select the folder that we're interested in, which is called Solicitations. And you'll see on the right-hand side there is a tab called Concept Tracking. We'll go ahead and click on that. Now the Concept Tracking tab shows us a cross-section of all documents. Each column refers to a document. And the hits or occurrences based on a dictionary on the left-hand side that we're interested in looking at. In this case, we're looking at a dictionary already set up against this folder called Fit Affinity 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that dictionary. So I click on the Use Different Dictionary button on the top left. Now I'm going to select the dictionary that we just inserted a moment ago. It's called Compliance Checker 1. And set that dictionary in against that folder. And now we're loaded up. Just to help with real estate on the screen, I'm going to minimize the right-hand side, give you a better sense of what's going on. So here are my compliance terms. we can see that the word cost is showing up 4 times in the draft SOW. And you can see that we could very quickly identify occurrences of the particular terms of interest that we're looking for. So conflict of interest is showing 15 times in the first document, the draft RFP. And in fact, in our case, it's also showing in the OASIS document. So what I would normally do is I would look at that, find the specific occurrences of conflict of interest or damages, and actually export those as a PDF. So let's go ahead and do that. We found 8 occurrences of damages, 5 occurrences of conflict of interest in the OASIS document. We'll go a deeper dive into that by selecting the document itself. And now what we can do is we can actually select the hits here that are interesting to us. And once we've finished out doing all of that, what we can in fact do is now share a report. So I'll go ahead and view this as a PDF report so that I can share with colleagues, and we can review this in a color team review session. Okay, there's my report showing in the bottom portion of my browser. I'll go ahead and open that and see what it looks like. Okay, this is a printable report generated today. You can see the list of terms, and the specific areas that we're interested in are damages and conflict of interest. The right-hand side of this report shows the breakout of the document, in this case a Word document. And as we scroll down, you will see all of the content. And indeed, if we scroll a little bit further, you'll see the exact occurrence and text content from the doc in situ so that we can review. Let's recap what we covered today. We took a list of keywords defined in Excel. These were risk indicators that we are looking for in documents. We saved that Excel spreadsheet as a comma-separated format file. We took that and imported it into concept lists within VisibleThread for Docs. We then transitioned to the folder view. We wanted to check for occurrences of those risk indicators across 6 separate docs. We selected a folder. We saw the occurrences we were interested in, and we finished out by generating a PDF report for team sharing. Okay. Thanks for your attention today. If you're interested in any other videos or more detail about our products, please check out our demos page.